3, 2, 1. Welcome to the 225 podcast with your host, Noah Ray, Andrew Cargill, and me, Matthew Alvazati.
I'm in the same clothes.
Tonight is a second 2-in-1 day episode.
I changed pants.
Late night episode. Just got back from the gym, ate some dinner.
I got back from my 3-hour class.
And Drew has to go to nationals tomorrow, so we've our film.
Yeah.
Well, he's leaving for nationals tomorrow, so we're filming this episode a little earlier.
He's walking to Arizona, so we want to.
Yeah, I've got a journey.
Leave about 4 days early.
Quite the journey ahead of me.
So
get my knees warm for squats.
How else does someone warm up by walking?
That's what I'm saying, man. I'll be there just in time.
Actually, how long is the flight?
I think it's 5.
Yeah, it's a pretty long flight.
It was longer than I thought it was. I think it was just 4.
Okay.
It might have just been 4. I know it wasn't 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was longer than I expected
Yeah.
to get there, but I can't wait. It's a late flight, which is going to be interesting. 10 p.m., but
That's late.
Well, you land, though, at
like 10 p.m. their time.
Exactly.
So it's going to
So
be...
you'll get there and then be able to go straight to
I'll get there at
bed.
like 9 and stuff, and it'll be chill because they're 7 in the morning. It's gonna be mine 10 in the morning.
I have bad news. You're not going to make it if you walk. It's a 24-day journey.
Oh my god! And that's no stopping.
What's confusing to me
I'll
about this,
hitchhike.
though, is it
You
legit
actually-
has a map of how you could walk. So I'm thinking is there obviously it's not a path. But
I think a road would be the quickest way, so they're not gonna give you a path.
I'll take a direct.
Well, it's only a 1 day and 3-hour drive.
Only. Okay.
7-day bike. That's not bad.
Well, that's not stopping, not eating, not shitting, not anything.
I don't do any of those things.
I'll do it all on the bike.
Well, there is a very steep hill on the way.
That's fine. I'll just climb it.
Mountains.
I'll put the bike on my back and just climb the mountain real quick. Don't mean to brag.
So yeah, that's
Boy
where
Scout.
we're at tonight.
Anywho, yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of late. I would rather be doing being in. I would do anything to be in bed right now. But we rally, we go.
I get to
I don't-
continue packing my bag after this.
I had a not bad. Hit a deadlift PR today. Failed. Tried to PR again. Failed that.
You're experiencing what's called being human.
Yeah, but it's whatever.
I've never felt that.
Yeah.
I'm a god.
So I hit 611 on deadlift today.
I'm your god. Let me rephrase that.
Nope.
Yes.
No.
I hit
Continue.
611 on deadlift today. I'm going to gatekeep what I failed because I'm probably
Don't let the
I hope
haters
to
know.
hit more later. Anywho,
He failed 612.
fuck
He pulled out the chip plates.
the Z plates.
That's crazy.
But yeah,
Korean plates.
like I hit 611 pretty easily, but I've doubled 606, so I wasn't. Yeah, it's a PR, but nothing crazy.
That's how I felt last week.
Yeah,
And kind of this week.
yeah. Well, I mean, I've doubled 5 pounds under what I hit though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like anything crazy. So yeah, struggling with lockouts. I think it's a lot to do with fatigue and mental. Not had the best few days. Failed a squat yesterday. That was tough.
Well, it's funny because they're listening to this on Saturday.
Oh yeah, well I failed a squat on Monday and then the deadlift on Tuesday. So we have a deload the rest of the week because Becky was like, you should have hit those, and so we'll deload you and then we'll get back to it next week. Little bumps in the road, it's whatever. It is kind of sucky though. 2 days in a row, but it's fine. It happens. I'm gonna really work on recovery. I'm super fatigued right now. I feel pretty terrible. So, but that always happens like 4 weeks out. Like 4 weeks out is really when it starts to hit you, I think.
This is saying like week 8 of a 12-week prep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like it's been, and yeah, I've had like deloads, but not like full week like type of stuff. So I've had like 4 to 5 day deloads before. So I'm gonna do one of those again before my deload before the meet. So I have about 2.5 weeks, 3.5 weeks of real training left. Work's being put in, just I'm beat to hell right now. My body is getting a lot stronger, a lot faster, and it's been tough for me mentally to keep up. Also, like, my body to also keep up. I'm hitting numbers that I did not think I was going to hit for quite a bit of time. So it's just like all happening really fast, and I know my body can do it, but my mental is still like, good God, this is insane, when it really should be no problem. I think I've kind of reached the barrier on deadlift. Like pulling 6 today, I was not worried. Like that didn't like stress me out. So I think I've kind of passed that barrier, which is really good. I took like 550 for a set of 3, like super easily. But yeah, right now just fighting fatigue. I kind of not tweaked my lower back, but the muscles are just super tight from my squat yesterday. Because my form was all off. Grinded out 2, but couldn't get to 3rd. And it was also like a 98%
that was
triple.
really crazy.
So I've
Did
squatted
you
6 of
calculate it?
6. No, I didn't. And I did 585 for 2, and I tried to go for a 3rd.
96.
Yeah, 96% triples. So that, but didn't work out. I think I have it though. I messed up. It was I just have not been here 100% mentally this week, and it's definitely shown. But that kind of goes to show how mental, I guess, lifting is, how there can be ups and downs, and then it catches up to you physically. So that's kind of where I'm at. Did some cupping tonight of the back and chest, and gonna take a salt bath tonight, and then go to bed and try and sleep as much as I can. My sleep's also not been that great. But yeah, but we're gonna fight through it. Weight's still weight at the end of the day. So I always say that. I gotta practice what I preach. 600 pounds is always gonna be 600 pounds. But yeah, we're like 4.5 weeks, or I'm 4.5 weeks out. I'm excited. Yeah, it kind of sucked failing 2 things in a row, but it happens, and I think I'll learn from it, and then we'll make it even sweeter when I do hit those weights and more, stuff like that. So that's kind of where I'm at. That's what I did today. Just got back a little bit ago. So I'm kind of drained, but it's fine.
I guess Drew hasn't trained since we recorded this morning.
Yeah.
I hit another
Oh, yeah.
PR today.
2 technical deadlift PRs today. That's good.
Yeah, went in for 540, hit it pretty easy, 7.5, 8 probably. Changed my form up a little bit, so I just like brought my stance in, brought my feet at a sharper angle.
Mm-hmm.
Felt pretty good. Just, I really want to revert to what I've been doing, but just kind of like last week after I hit 5, I would argue 540 moved better than 529.
It moved better than 518 warm up.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie. Like when I saw the 518, because you told me you weren't feeling that well, and I was like, oh crap! Like I saw the 518, 512, whatever it was.
Even
and I was like,
440 didn't really feel
I was
very
like,
good.
oh god. But
I think what
that
happened
was fine.
was like I did a different warm up jump,
Mm-hmm.
and I knew I wanted to make the switch to going to 1-2 because I've been doing, and maybe Becky will listen to this and text me. She's probably now going to text me now that I said that, but I've been doing 1, 2, 350, 407, 463, 5, then making my jumps. Today I went 1, 2, 3, 440, 484, 517, 540. 540, yeah, moved better than last week's, moved better than 517. Yeah, I don't know, just sticking with it. I'm trying to be grateful for like this season right now of like I am hitting PRs and training's going well, and that anxiety is like it's gonna stop. And I don't get stressed, but I have that voice that's like you're gonna crash. But I'm just trying to appreciate it for what it is.
For sure.
Both of them weren't even training when I was there and came out to see it. So that it helped a lot.
Oh, Drew did that for me too.
So Drew came to both.
Drew's
of our
been
PRs today.
main Pookie today. Dude is not side Pookie anymore.
Yeah, for sure. So that was
Apparently
cool.
outside Pookie at some point.
Well, I have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
But
So 540 was cool. I was really happy with it. You know, I want 6 by the end of the year. I want 550.
that's definitely there. 6 at the end of the year was definitely there.
Yeah, man. You know, if I stay healthy and training continues the way it does, I think it will be like that. I started class today, and I'm excited. I haven't been in class since last December. I mean, really last November.
Really?
Well, I did my internship.
Yikes.
Right. So like, and I did online classes, but that's like.
That doesn't count. Like in person.
Yeah.
That's
So
not
it was a 3-hour class. So it was a long.
terrible.
And it's like it gives me. What is that show? Community? No.
I know what your community is.
Is that with Donald Glover?
Yeah.
That's how I feel because it's like a night class.
It's kind of
Everyone's
funny.
pretty old. Like
It's
there's
like
some
the
college
5
classes.
most random people
Yeah.
put together, and it's like they go through everything
Right.
together. It's
It's
cool.
a really funny show, but that's how I feel in that class, and I feel like I just take school a bit differently than everyone. I have fun, you know. I'm like, if I'm in a class for 3 hours, I'll make a joke here and there, you know.
I hate it.
Huh?
I hate it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just you know, I'm gonna talk to people. I'm gonna learn everyone's names. I got 5 bonus points today out of like the 1,000 points the class is worth for reciting everyone's names. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I just like have my happy extrovert moments. Other times I'm like crying in a corner. But
Couldn't be me.
so yeah, that was cool. But kind of with that, we were going to talk about fatigue management.
And an energy drink for the day.
No.
Hold up.
I'll kick it off. I feel like this is like my bread and butter, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I think the first thing that happens with fatigue management is actually in the gym, and I think it's knowing when to stop. So someone asked me about this yesterday. Like, he really hurt his bone in his wrist,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, "When should I stop?" Or like, "Should I keep working?" And I was like, "There's 2 parts of being an athlete. There's one is like, don't be a little baby and put the work in, right? But there's also, don't be stupid and hurt yourself." And I think learning that inside the gym is really important. Like, so yesterday, you know, you hit your set and you're like, do I want to go 20 pounds less and hit a triple? And you're like, or should I just call it there? And I was like, probably just call it there.
Bacchus.
Like, you were hurting, like, no need to prove yourself.
Yeah.
You did good work. You didn't hit it, it's okay. Drop down, you know, call it there. You know, even today, I hit 540. Realistically, 550 was probably there today.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little bit more. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to count that as a victory. It was a 12-pound PR. Let's take it. And so I think the first part of learning to manage fatigue is, you know, again, sometimes you have to say in the gym, I need to take a step back. I need to, you know, I'm putting the work in, I'm working hard, but I'm a little tired and I don't want to hurt myself. I think that's kind of the first part of fatigue management. But then I think secondly is like, what do your variables look like? You know, I came home and Noah was getting his vitamins in order and that type of thing because he was like, you know what, my variables have been variabling, as people like to say on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you know, what can you control, right? This is whatever philosophical thing it wants to be, but like whatever you can control in life is yourself. That's the only thing you can ever control. I can't control other people, so if someone's gonna make my day bad, it's up to me to make it better. Or if you know, for me when I was in a relationship and it would go up and down, good days and bad days, that would directly affect my mood and my training. And you know, I think that's a big thing I learned walking away from that relationship was, you know, how can I separate if something's going good or bad in life and also like still try and perform, because we are athletes. We have this goal of, you know, I'm stepping into the gym, I need to leave things at the door. Actually, while I say that, I don't love that. I think those things should be used to build you and, you know, create character, but also you can't let them affect.
Also kind of gives you away sometimes.
Right. And I think that's a big part of it, but also like, for me, my big thing is little habits. I am just the little small barrier to entry. What can I instill in life that's going to make life a little bit better? Because if I've got 12 good habits, heck, that makes life a lot better, you know? So for sleep, blue light glasses are super cheap. You put those on an hour or 2 before bed, your sleep's going to get better. Again, for sleep, walk outside for 10 minutes when you wake up. Going to get a lot better. Walking around barefoot, you know, your life, your back, things are going to get better. stretching, myofascial release, taking a cold shower or a salt bath or something like that. All of these things I'm like naming are free. That's why I think they're so important, is because these are things that are going to help manage fatigue, but it costs you nothing. Yeah, my fancy bed, which I haven't talked about it yet. I'm going on it. Best purchase I've ever made.
Really?
Not actually, but I have not had a bad night of sleep in that bed since I got it. I'm not, knock on wood. Don't want to sleep poorly
Thought
tonight.
you were reaching over.
What are you talking about?
Oh, don't know.
But yeah, you know, and
Knows a victim.
that is a little bit more of an expensive thing. Or you can maybe somewhere in the middle ground, something like Element, staying hydrated. You know, it's not too expensive, especially the you know how Kennesaw gets it. But just kind of those things are the ways I like to look at fatigue. Is, you know, what things can I control, and also like what little habits can I instill that are gonna make, you know, my life a little bit better to where I recover better. And you know what? That's crazy.
Fine.
Boy.
No one's getting a phone call right now. It's okay.
Tell her I said hi.
I'm not gonna answer.
Can you answer real quick? Just say hi.
No, that's probably
On
not.
the podcast?
No, I would
Yeah,
not.
I can't
take
do
a
that
call
right
on the
now.
pod.
Dang.
Anyway, I'll pass the torch.
I just like to battle past fatigue. I don't think it's real. I think you're crazy if you think that fatigue is actually a thing.
What are you talking about, fatigue?
It's a choice.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, fatigue sucks. And I think for a lot of people, they don't know it's there, and then all of a sudden it hits them like a truck, and they
Yeah.
fail something that should be easy.
Are you talking about?
No, not from me. Like, yes, what I failed today should have been there, but also like that would have been like a really big, pretty substantial PR. So like, but I'm saying like if I failed 606 today, that would have been a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's where I think a newer lifter is like, oh gosh, like,
Right.
yikes, like that really just happened. Or like, you know, failed a 350 bench or something. Like I you know, and once that stuff starts to happen, then it's like, okay, I really need to take like a whole week and really reconsider what I'm doing. And kind of relax for that week. So that's what I would do. Also, it helps doing stuff outside of the gym. The gym is only like 1 to 3 hours of your day. There's a lot of other things throughout the day that you can do. Today, this morning, I was rolling around a lacrosse ball at work. I got a little bit of off time, so I stretched a little bit and then did a little bit of foam rolling. And then when I got home, took vitamins, got those planned out for the next week, got cupping done.
We have a cupping set at home.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone's wondering, like, we don't go somewhere.
Yeah,
to get
don't
cupped
do
all the
that.
time.
But yeah, so I mean, there's stuff that I can control at my house, or at our apartment, that
Eating
could be
good.
really beneficial. Yeah, eating good, eating more whole foods, not as much crumble, even though I had some earlier. Not gonna lie to y'all there. But I also think like, okay, also in the grand scheme of things, like eating half a crumble cookie for me is not that much.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
For
like
me,
in
it's
the,
like my entire daily intake.
yeah, but like
you,
for
it's not
me,
that much.
it's like not even an eighth of what I have to do.
Well, like, that was interesting. So Noah bought these dumplings, wontons?
Yeah.
Dumplings. And 280 calories, 15 grams of protein
for 4 of them.
for 4 of them. So
It's ones at
one
Costco.
serving.
They actually, some people may actually know what they are because they're really popular.
They're valid.
Super
But, like,
popular.
for you, your protein ratio is a lot less than mine. So, like, when I eat, I'm eating 3,000 calories a day, right, at 180 pounds. I'm thinking I typically like every 100 calories to have 10 grams of protein. For you, it's pretty much almost like every 150, 200 calories needs 10 grams of protein.
I disagree.
How much protein are you eating?
Pretty lot. Like that's just not. Like I don't eat that for the protein.
Oh, okay.
No. Like I mean, yes.
A six pack,
But-
a little treat.
No, I mean I get what you're saying, but also.
Maybe I just used a bad metaphor. I'm really just
Yeah,
saying
I mean like.
that
Like
You're-
I get what you're saying. Like for proportionally,
the amount of protein you need per meal
Yeah.
is less than me. But maybe I said it the wrong way.
Well, also not necessarily true because I have to eat more protein
That's true.
than you.
We have more calories.
It's like if I'm eating 250 and you're eating 200, split
But-
between 4 meals, you're doing 50, I'm doing like 65.
250 a meal, 250 at 4,000, 5,000 calories,
Yeah,
200 at 25.
fair.
Is was what I was getting at. It's not that deep,
Well,
but
that's not true. Just kidding.
all right, goodbye.
No, I get what you're saying.
I want someone to make a montage of all the times where like I'm out or episode ended or like
It
goodbye.
doesn't actually end.
Did you hear something?
So yeah, that's kind of where, like Matthew said, if I can control a variable, I'm going to. Like I'm trying to go to bed earlier and wake up at the same time. Actually, my body is waking up at 6:30 every morning, and it's really annoying. Because then you're at that time where I wake up. My alarm is at 7:15 every morning, and now I'm waking up 45 minutes before that. And if I go back to sleep, then I'm asleep for 30 minutes, and it's annoying being woken up by an alarm. Because I also believe like waking up by an alarm is terrible. Like I always feel worse when I wake up from an alarm. So like I'm trying to wake up naturally when it gets brighter in my room. But so yeah, that's tough. But I am trying to control different variables and try and keep my body as healthy as I can. I went on a little tangent, but now that we're getting 4 or 5 weeks out, I'm really starting to clean up the diet and start dialing in a little bit more, spend a little more money on groceries, get the better options, and not just eat random stuff like Publix like twice a week. I'm not gonna do that, but yeah, I'm gonna really put food forward, make sure I'm gonna be making weight. I'll make weight, but
I had a nutrition question that was good for the podcast. I was driving. I ate pretty bad this weekend.
Yeah.
But you know how like sometimes like you carb up or you eat a lot and maybe your physique looks crazy or
Or you get stronger.
You get stronger, right?
That's very true.
Why does that happen? And then like, okay, then a whole weekend of eating, then I'm like, okay, the seed oils are adding up. Like I feel like crap.
Because like you said, it's adding up.
Okay,
it's getting
yeah.
too much. Like you eating an extra 150 grams of carbs in a day is going to affect you a bunch if you use it that day. If
The
you're going
next
to be
day.
adding, if you're adding those up like 3 days and you're like 500 grams of carbs deep,
yeah,
that's just going to
That
fatigue
makes
you
sense.
and it's going to be like, it's just going to weigh you down
Right.
and it's going to be really hard on your digestive system. You're going to be, it's just a whole, like a little bit here and there is good. Like if you want to, if you're in a deficit and you have a big like PR coming up, the day before eat 100 grams more of carbs. Because first off, you're not going to be gaining that weight back. That's just not, one day of eating 400 more calories is not going to affect you like that. But it'll help you so much replenish those glycogen storages within your muscles. So drink a lot of water, 100, depending on how big you are, 100 to like 200 grams of extra carbs. One of the guys that I communicate with just did a bodybuilding show, and
what an interesting way to frame something. One of the guys I communicate with.
yeah, well,
Someone I talk to.
yeah, someone I talk to. Well, I don't really talk. Like I
Occasionally touch.
yeah. And he ate 3.5 pounds of rice
I saw that.
the day before to carb up. So like, now it's obviously different because he's been carb depleted for like 2 or 3 weeks. So he literally had like no carbs in the system, and all of us have a bunch. So he's shredded to the gills. Just stepped on stage on Saturday, and then has another show in 2 weeks. But yeah, to carb up 3.5 pounds of rice, which was insane. And yeah, so that's kind of a carb up thing. So yeah, I definitely recommend that if you're in a deficit, because it'll help substantially. But also overdoing it can be tough, and also adding in like a lot of people carb up and they just eat like a pizza. What they don't think is all the fats, all the cheeses, like stuff like that, that's going to be in there weighing you down. That kind of defeats the whole purpose of doing that. When you're carbing up, I mean, not that you have to just eat a bunch of rice, but
Just
try and keep it as clean
How
as you
long
can.
does that take?
Oh, I'm sure he was miserable. 3.5 pounds of rice, and he only weighs like 200 pounds. Only, but like not only. Thirsty. But yeah, I mean, obviously it's different for everyone, and don't ever listen to any advice that I give because I don't know who you are. But yeah,
Listen to my advice, though. It's pretty good.
no, don't listen to any of our advices technically because we don't know who you are. We don't know what your
No,
circumstances
well, the
are.
small things of like go to bed earlier.
Yeah, stuff like that. But
That's-
any nutritional advice, do not listen
Yeah,
to
the
us
way
at
we
all.
talk about how for Matthew, prep
Eat
for
2,500 and 3,000 calories.
Right.
That does not
You
mean
don't need to do that. Or for him eating, right, don't do
It does
that.
not mean you have to do that.
Generally, but eat more protein.
Yeah,
I don't know you, but I know you probably don't eat enough protein.
that is true. People, it's so funny. People do not realize how hard it is pushing like 300 grams of protein. I don't care
I'll
how
say
many
200
calories.
is a lot.
Yeah, I don't care how many calories you eat. Eating 300 grams of protein, that's like
I don't think I've
pounds of chicken.
I've never had a day where I've eaten that much protein.
So back when I was doing bodybuilding stuff and it was like I feel like more in powerlifting, it's more important to be, yes, you want to be protein heavy too, but really being carb heavy is also super important.
Being carb smart, I'll
Yeah.
say. Because like on off days, I don't need to be carb. Like tomorrow, I'm not going to eat how I ate today.
Yeah,
you
for
know?
sure. But in bodybuilding, it's so like protein heavy. And I remember I was eating, I think 4,400 calories and like 320 grams of protein.
That's insane.
And I mean, you're doing the similar thing. But just because we were trying to do a little bit different thing with your body, trying to build a little more muscle mass on top of the whole powerlifting thing. But yeah, I have a lot of respect for people that eat, 350, 400 grams of protein per day, no matter what body weight, no matter how many calories. It's still insane.
Because it's so satiating.
Yeah, and I mean, like, even the digestive toll that takes is unbelievable. That's why everyone always makes fun of like the protein farts, but like that's so like a real thing.
Anytime I
Protein
bump
farts.
around 20 grams of protein, so I'm not, if I go to 220, oh my god, it just
You
kind of
rip ass all the time.
all
It's
the time.
terrible. But yeah,
Not keto, carnivore. I mean, keto same, but carnivore, you're ripping.
yeah.
But yeah.
But I mean, that's just protein's not hard on your stomach to digest, but eating that much of it.
Well,
is.
I mean, it has a higher thermogenic effect.
Mhm. So it's gonna be tough, regardless, digesting that. But yeah, increase your protein. Take a hot shower. Get a heating pad.
Yeah,
ice your back.
I think
like
fatigue
it's,
is really just like staying on. Actually, probably the best fatigue advice is like stay on top of it when you're feeling good. So like, I have notorious trap shoulder chest pain. That's where that's my spot. That's what bugs me. That's what holds me back. And right now I feel good. So I don't think to go continue to roll my chest and all that. I need to. Because I'll stop. This is the same cycle every time. I feel good, stop doing it, hurt myself again,
Yep.
and then I do it. That is probably you want to be in constant maintenance, not recovery, right?
Bro will stay up until 3 a.m., but once we turn on the podcast, gets tired. I don't want to hear nothing.
It's the tub of ice cream you just ate.
I'm gonna say my sleeping has been better the past few weeks. I've gotten it fixed a lot, so that's why I'm tired. And
Good.
I also
That's a
hate,
good thing. I hope you go to bed after this.
That's a victory.
well, I'm planning on
That is a
yeah.
victory.
When we moved
Like the
in,
past few weeks, it's gone a lot better. Yeah, it was bad. It was like I couldn't sleep until like 2 or 3 in the morning minimum. But the past few weeks, I've been in bed no later than 11 at the latest.
Yeah.
And
Controlling his variables.
yeah, but I'm gonna be honest, it sucks because normally nighttime is my productive time, and now I'm like, it's normally like prime time on laptop, and now I'm like, I'm ready to go to bed. But
That's good, though. For right now, it's good, though. After
Yeah.
Nationals, you can do your thing. But I think now it's good.
I mean, I should do my work during the day. That'd still
Yeah.
be better.
But
But,
regardless, I do know
Yeah.
people that are like just night owls at heart. Like
Yeah.
they just hate the daytime.
I
Like
hate
they
the
don't
sun.
do stuff during the day, but at nighttime they're like the most productive people. It's
I
so
hate the
interesting.
sun.
Yeah, but if I can get a solid morning routine, I'm a morning person till death.
I would much rather be a morning person.
I'm not gonna say one's better than the other, but I just think morning is just so bright, and not even the sun out. It's just like there's something, and I think this is how night owls feel. I wouldn't know, but there's something about waking up when you know no one else is up, and you're just getting the edge on the world.
Yeah,
Like,
and I think
you're just-
you're like, everyone's asleep and I'm working. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like the whole, like, it's the
Yeah.
opposite thing, but I
Yeah.
think that's true.
That's one way.
Because
yeah.
it feels so good
I
to be like,
guess.
oh, it's 5 in the morning and I
work when my enemies sleep.
Yeah. I mean, that's how, like, when I was interning, like, they'd be like, yeah, I was up until 3. I'm like, there was not that much work to be doing. I mean, there probably was, but I was like,
No, I don't think so.
I was like, y'all are crazy. I'm like, me? I got home, took a nice shower, read, drove a little bit, and I went to bed. But then at 4 a.m. I am up and I'm at the gym that I walked to that I found on
That's crazy.
500 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah, we stay healthy around here.
I'm actually Batman.
I've been working on my caffeine, trying to take
I'm
less.
Batman. Marietta needs me.
I've been trying to take less.
Yeah, Kennesaw's fine. Marietta needs help. It's okay though.
My help.
I need help.
Marietta Bar.
Yeah, you do.
The city needs me, Miss Jean.
Oh,
I'm mad because my caffeine has really the podcast was the only way I was getting my caffeine in for a couple weeks because I didn't have any tubs. Now I've got one, and I'm like I just need to not
Do
do.
you take caffeine on meat day?
where is my?
Yeah, I'm take
Did
caffeine
you
every
actually
day.
take
I was wondering what?
essentials?
Huh?
I don't know where my CBOM is.
No.
Oh. That sucks.
I'm probably gonna be double scooping. Double
Good.
scoop at one
I
time.
love how all rules go out the window on meat day. Like
Oh,
me,
yeah.
I don't
Oh,
take
you
Advil,
Everything.
pre-workout, caffeine, food. All right, we gotta wrap this up.
Wow.
The city.
The ci-
The city, my girlfriend, needs me. She is anxious.
Yeah, man. Fatigue isn't too crazy. We probably would want to go more in depth, but I think it's just been a long haul for us. We're gonna be on more top of it. I think we just all nationals, school, work. You know, everyone's been a little bit busy, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. Just a couple quick things to take away. That's kind of always what we're aiming for. If you can take one thing away from an episode, maybe learn blue light glasses or sleep earlier, or you know how to kind of carve up something like that, or you just listening to our voices run through an AI. Whatever suits your boat, man. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. It really does mean a lot for us. You can find him at Noah Ray Lifts.
We love
him
y'all.
at The Berserker. Stay tuned. He's going to be competing by the time this comes out. Me at Alb 82.5.
Yeah, the podcast. If you're watching this on Saturday, the next podcast on Wednesday will be a meat recap.
I'm going to try to be tech savvy and post the link to him Saturday morning on the 225.
Let's go. I think it's like 3 o'clock this time,
This
Okay.
time.
or like
Yeah.
5
We'll
or
do-
6.
we will have-
It's like 5 or 6 this
We
time.
need to get a
I
group.
think.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
No, it's not that serious.
No, but like just to
It's that
watch,
serious.
I think that'd be fun. We'll get Corinne, Megan, Edie, make them over. We'll get a few.
Me?
Maybe.
Maybe not. Maybe not. I,
We might
We'll
lock
see.
the doors that night. We'll see.
Yeah, no, we'll get it. What am I? I think I'm not doing this.
Neither am I. Why don't we cook something nice?
Oh,
Yeah. Celebrate my dream.
damn right. It not come true.
Maybe just like a
Anyway.
The Celebrate Juice go on.
Celebrate a clean house. That's no, but like when you two left that one time, I spent like 3 hours cleaning every crevice.
So
the
funny.
second the door opens.
Shit everywhere.
Feel free to go in my room while I'm gone. The
Your
bathroom.
bathtub, yeah.
Bathtub.
All right. With that said, now you know a little bit more about our personal lives, and yeah,
Thank y'all
guys,
for listening. We appreciate it.
we appreciate it.
Comment, like, subscribe. If you have any questions, anything, any topics, feel free to DM the Instagram. We try and be more active there, but we're all super busy. So, but if you DM us anything, any energy drinks you want to try, tag us.
We
in
don't
anything.
get DMs, so we're
Yeah.
gonna see it.
Yeah, and also like if you want to tag us in anything, we'll repost. We love. We have a few stories one time tag us, and it made us all really happy. So.
Maybe smart.
If you're listening, post a picture, tag us. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for the support. We really work hard. Matthew edits these, and it takes quite a bit of time. And also we all take time out of our days. We're grinding until it's not even that late, but it's 10 o'clock.
It's late for us.
It's late for us, but we really do care about y'all. I don't want to get a little sappy, but this whole experience of making a podcast has been really fun. Actually, one of my buddies texted me today, and was like, "Dude, it's so cool that you like made a whole podcast."
Yeah.
And I was like, "I know, like it's so much fun."
I edited this in class, dude.
Yeah, so like we appreciate it. We have a lot of fun with it, and we hope you guys enjoy listening. But it helps us out when you comment, tell us, ask us a question for the podcast, tell us an energy drink. We'd love to shout you out. So yeah, that's kind of my little spill. Just feeling a little grateful for us. We appreciate y'all.
I love you.
Yeah.
All right.
Directly that's watching you.
Except for that guy.
Except for you.
3, 2, 1. Kabam.